Hi everybody, welcome back for another Oil of the Week video. I decided this week that we would talk about frankincense. And this is actually, there are several species of frankincense. So this is the frankincense that is the most common frankincense, and it is the one that it is in the premium starter kit. So this is the Boswellia carterii, genus species of frankincense oil. And I decided on frankincense for a couple of reasons. Everybody is going back to school this week or next week, basically. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about how it can be used for going back to school, and also just kind of occurred to me because frankincense can be a really good emotional support oil, which is part of the back to school thing, which I'll get to in a second. But because it is a good emotional support oil, it kind of came to me because our particular school and family suffered a loss in the last week also. So it's really good for emotional support for that sort of thing. So frankincense is, it's got a few components, but one of the ones that's really cool, and you'll have to go look this up because I could probably spend an hour or two talking about the amazing attributes of frankincense oil, what you can use it for, how you can use it. Frankincense has been studied over the last probably half dozen or so years. It's been the subject of some medical studies, so you can go look those up. It's really cool, some of the different studies that they're using with it, but I could talk for probably 1 or 2 hours just on frankincense alone. So in the interest of not going over the top with the science and all that, I'm just going to kind of give a general understanding of frankincense. But one of the components of frankincense that's really cool is called sesquiterpenes, okay? And that's one of the things that makes it really good as a grounding or an emotional supportive oil. So look up sesquiterpenes and see what it can do for you, how it can benefit you. It's really cool. It's one of the reasons that we use frankincense oil on our daughter who has ADD, which goes to the back to school thing that I was saying. You know, when kids go back to school, even just normal kids, it can be kind of an upheaval. So frankincense can be a really good grounding support, help them be calm and focus going back into school. And particularly if you have a kid that has any sensory or anxiety or ADD type issues, like our oldest daughter does. She has ADD, so she also has some anxiety. So frankincense is really, really, really good for helping support that. Keeping you grounded, keeping your anxiety levels down, your mood up, things like that. It also has a lot of really good immune support properties. So again, going back to school, a lot of kids sharing germs, you know how that goes. My gosh, I could do a whole video just on what oils to use. I actually have a whole class on going back to school, so watch out for that coming up. But it's a good immune support addition in terms of that also. So ways that you can use frankincense really effectively, especially for your kids going back to school. You can apply it. You can just simply inhale it. Just open the bottle and breathe it in. And you'll find that it really helps if you get tension coming up, and it'll really help you start coming down right away. Again, you can look up some of the science of how it gets into your brain pathways and helps you come down. Frankincense is an ancient oil. Everybody thinks of it as the oil from the Bible, and they discovered what it can do for you back then. They just didn't know why. Now we can actually give you the science behind why. I won't explain it right now though, because it's kind of complicated, but you can look it up if you're interested. So you can just inhale it, that works, or you can apply it just to, again, like I've said it before, in some things to thin skin areas, like the wrists or behind the ears are thin skin areas. So it can just get in really easily, okay? Or you can apply it to places like right here at the base of your brain stem, because we're talking about oil that can help support that calm brain. So you put it on that base of the brainstem is good. And then for kids where you want it to kind of last a little bit longer, things like diffuser jewelry. So like this is a diffuser necklace and it has a little felt pad inside here. If I could get it open. Can't get it open right now because my fingernails are slipping from the oil. But there's a felt pad inside there. You can put it on there and it'll stay on there, and it can just diffuse long term, or even things like there are like diffuser bracelets that are specifically for diffusing, or any leather bracelet. See, like this bracelet has a split leather, so it has that bare leather there, and you can just drop essential oils like this right onto that leather. And then when you or your child wears the bracelet, it can be right there, both aromatically diffusing and on that skin over the course of the day to give that long-term support all day through the school day. So it can really help with, again, with that grounding, focus, anxiety, any of those things that back to school can bring up, any emotional trauma and things like that. So I love frankincense oil. It is good for, it's like the gold standard of all essential oils. Get you some frankincense. And until next time, join us as we spill some more health, wealth, and abundance.